Hi, I'm your host Oraldo for It's Tejano Time.
You always come in with this laugh like you've been up to something. I'm
Yeah,
Nemo with Tejano USA.
I'm always up to something. Oh,
Uh,
and you're listening and watching to Tejano Time. All right,
Tejano
Nemo.
Talk. It's
Nemo.
another what do you know what edition this is of Tejano Talk?
Uh, no, I don't.
What number?
I date them. I don't put. We've been on for over a year now.
Yeah, when was our anniversary?
In August, we started in
What?
August. I,
WTF, we had no party,
you know
no
what?
nothing?
I don't know. No, no. Hey, remember the first 15 shows we sucked. It was just all practice.
I don't say first 15, maybe first 100. How many shows do we
Yeah.
have so far?
A little over 50. I mean, probably 50 or 60 shows. I don't know. I haven't counted them. But we have, hey, you know what? It's been a week since I've had my new car.
So how's that going for you?
So far, so good. But I'm still waiting for the tags to come in because
It's
I don't
about
want to
30
get a
days.
ticket. Is it 30 days? I don't know.
Yeah, they take about
Okay.
30 days.
Well, I had a birthday party, well, impromptu birthday party this Saturday. Had a dinner party and they made me a cake,
Oh,
but no
hey,
present.
we
Okay.
need to
Okay.
say
Oh, our,
how to,
our our guest is here now.
yeah.
Okay. But before our guest, let's take care of some business. All right. And if you want, whoops. All right. Well, there we go. If you want to get, okay, we don't get paid. It's a gentleman's agreement, a lady's understandings. Tejanos helping Tejanos. Please subscribe. Tell your friends about us. We're just getting better, and every day we're getting more and more guests. And today I'm kind of excited about it. I've been wanting to get our guests on the show for a while, but before that, if you want to get a hold of us, you can contact me at buddy at ItsTejanoTime.com. Nemo.
Or Nemo at Nemo6753. Mark.
Is Martin on the top?
Yeah, he's got it
Okay,
down.
Mart says yahoo.com. All right. Thanks,
What's
Mart,
up,
for being
Luis?
there. All right. Now, our guest, I saw him about a year ago. Remember, I've been at it for 20 years, and I've
Yeah,
seen this guy, his
you went to
videos.
Vegas, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay. Well, I see. Yeah, speaking about Vegas, this guy, when I saw his videos, he gives me a rat pack vibe. You know,
Okay.
with those guys back at wha- Rat Pack, the Rat Pack. Thank you. All right, yes, our guest is. They don't know that. Okay, all
I can
right,
see that. I can see
okay.
that.
Our guest can't hear it, but
Yeah.
let me
He,
bring
he
our
gives
guest.
me he gives me the a ladies man vibe.
Yes, you
That's
know
what
what?
he
I'm
gives
jealous.
me.
I'm jealous because
Yeah.
this guy dresses. I wish I would dress like this,
Well,
and I'm jealous of his beard. I
okay,
wish I
Ricky
could do that.
Martin. Okay,
All
Ricky
right,
Martin.
okay. We have Stevie D. All right, welcome, Stevie. Oh
What's
man,
happening?
I'm off, aren't I? Let's see.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
There you go. Oh, all right.
Wow. Now
Why?
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Now you're off. You were on. Now you're off.
Okay, you can hear
Would
us
you?
now, though, right?
Now, yeah.
Yeah, when we clap,
Uh,
the mics and stuff like that.
you
But
need you need to get one of those little
well,
to my center.
I had one of those, and it screwed up the show.
Oh,
And
Oh, really?
the worst time because we had Shelly Lattis on
yeah,
the
Shelly
show,
Lattes.
and my
Like,
audio
no,
sucked.
man.
So I decided to
It
forego
wasn't a good
that.
move.
Yeah, it was not a good move.
Oh, yeah. You
But
probably
I
pissed
think,
her off a couple of times
well, yeah, you can't piss off Shelly.
then.
If you piss off Shelly, Shelly's gonna tell you. You know.
You're
So
done. Oh,
all
yes,
right.
you will.
She was
Yeah,
real helpful on about it. She
yeah.
was real
Yeah.
helpful to try to
She's
walk them through
very
some stuff.
knowledgeable.
Very,
Yes.
very
And I
knowledgeable.
saw her. I saw her at a gig here in Austin or Round Rock, and there was this gentleman running sound, right? She came and she did it for, probably next to nothing at this little spot, and then it's just, that's just in her nature, right? To try to
Yeah.
help
Yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
industry. And, there was this guy, with keep, keeping, and I say this with just because of how it went down. There was this white man running sound.
Yeah.
And it's been my experience that that's a pretty tough thing to do unless, you've been around Tejano music for a while,
Yeah.
right? It's a different feel. Well, she picked that up from the stage, and she said, "Hey, my fans are telling me they can't hear me. They can't hear me. They can hear the band, but they can't hear me. That we have a problem."
They're
And
here for
anyway, she went
me.
out there and fixed it. and probably caused a little bit of an embarrassment for the man, but at least she taught him something. But she always walks away um, very classy because even though she's stern,
Right.
it's, Ladis is a she's a real pro, man.
Yeah.
She's a
I
class
give it
act
all
for
up to
sure.
her. Yeah,
I
hell yeah,
I thought that story was gonna go like Desperado way. Remember what happened to
yeah,
Desperados and the sound guy?
yeah. No,
Yeah.
no.
But
She was very classy about it, and she goes, "Hey, listen, I'm not trying to be, an ass, but I know what
yeah.
I'm doing. I've been doing this for 35, 40 years now. I can't remember
Yeah.
what year it was, and I've run sound before. I've have a studio. So
Yeah.
she was just trying to help, and the guy kind of took it a little, well, whatever. Anyway,
Well, that's good.
So you think
Shelly's
there's
a
a big
badass.
difference? You think there's a big difference in whenever you're a sound man, Tejano music versus rock music?
Oh, absolutely. There's a big difference.
There's
Yeah.
as far as sound man is concerned, a professional.
As far as
You,
no, no, no. As far as the sound engineer
hmm
to already know what the band or the artist is expecting,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I would never bring somebody from a country genre into Tejano as a sub.
Okay.
Oh, really?
That wouldn't
All right.
work. Not for me. It wouldn't work for me. Not as
I
a sub.
okay.
As someone that I would hire to learn how to run sound. I mean, I have a cousin who's a sound engineer for and the manager for Aubrey Road. It's a country band out of California.
Yeah.
Okay, they're a hot act, man.
They
Up
Yeah.
are.
up
Yeah.
and coming, whatever you want to call them. They just recorded in Nashville. They're bad. Look them up, Aubrey Road. And I don't trust him, and he's Mexicano,
Hmm.
and I don't
All
trust
right.
him with my sound.
Oh, really?
And he's family. No,
It
no shit, no lie.
Well,
That
good.
sound is different in Tejano. Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody guessed.
okay. I was wondering, is it because like accordion needs a certain sound or what? Do you have
Yeah,
an accordion with your band, the All Stars?
yeah, uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is
We
it?
do. We have the full band. Tony Terrazas is playing accordion with us now.
Okay. Now, speaking of the All Stars, I think Rebecca Valdez sometimes is a featured artist on there, and
Rebecca Valadez is always a featured artist because
okay,
she's on my new album.
that's right.
Just like in the previous one, it was Christina Salinas. And both these ladies, I mean, they're their own show.
Oh yeah.
They're solo artists within themselves. I'm lucky enough to have shared the stage with both the ladies before, and Rebecca still from time to time still comes on stage with us for the bigger shows and the more intimate moments that the people really want to bring that crowd or to bring that band together, the All Star cast with
Who do you like?
Rebecca.
Who do you like more?
That was you, Nemo.
This is where you take a shot. This is where you take a shot.
David's always trying to cause controversy.
I'll tell you who I like more. I'm not gonna take a shot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I like more. I like Buddy more right now.
Oh,
You can't compare the ladies.
Yeah.
Um, Man, Christina, uh, probably. It was, I guess I was so. Um, it's so indescribable because I was in awe of when I really heard her voice in the
Okay.
studio, what she could do, the sounds that she would make. Remember Christina? And the just the pure beauty and the instrument that she has is an amazing piece. Now Rebecca is different in the sense that she's got this a different style of singing, and her breath is different, way different than Christina's. I think both very um, independently profound. I think, and then Rebecca, I had heard before,
Yeah.
and live and in the studio. And so I expected that, right? And it was just like, bam, wow, there she is again, right? I was so glad to have her by my side, and luckily that I still do from time to time. We have a couple of big gigs coming up in Houston. They're private events, but the 20th and the 21st will be in Houston for a couple of big parties. So
Okay.
sweet.
yeah,
Uh,
she'll be tagging along with us for those two shows.
okay. Is
Good.
that like during the TMA awards? You're gigging on that weekend,
Who?
or are you planning it? I
Who?
think it's the 21st is the TMAs in October, like that. So
Oh, I don't know.
okay, so I guess you're not planning to go. I'm not going either. Like,
No, not good.
yeah, Nemo doesn't travel at
Okay.
all.
Yeah.
Nemo won't go
Anyway,
anywhere like that. But
so you're like a connoisseur. I mean, you could be a judge on American Idol because you hear the little things in the voices and in the sound and everything else. Because right now you
Oh,
described two different people with two different sounds, and they're both amazing people, amazing sounds,
well,
right?
well, I think that being a vocalist myself, I should at least be able to do
Yeah.
that
Okay.
because I'm not professionally trained
Right.
by no means. It's always been by ear. The only professional training I've had in the studios with Gilbert Velasquez as a
okay,
vocal coach, Brando Mireles as my vocal coach producer, Jay Alanis as a vocal coach and producer, and even Rebecca. Those are professionals. That's the professional training that I've had. It's from my peers.
yeah, I
But
noticed a
uh,
lot
but
of
yeah, I think that as a vocalist, I should be able to be able
Yeah.
to. I would hope somebody would be able to. Another professional vocalist would be able to do that.
yeah,
You know?
I noticed a lot of vocalists. Well, people who sing. I wouldn't whoops. I wouldn't consider everybody who sings a vocalist, but there are a lot of people out there that need training, and I'm glad that if
I'm one
it's
of
like,
them.
yeah, I mean,
He says, yeah.
no, I mean like
No, yeah, buddy.
everybody needs to tune up their instrument and lessons and like I think Jay said he had surgery on his throat. He says, "Well, you got to tune it up every once in a while," and so
Well,
you go through lessons.
there's someone I forgot to mention too. Jay Pettis has really given me a lot of pointers. He's been a friend, uh, and the same with Ram Herrera.
Yeah.
Both of these individuals have helped me understand and know how to warm up with my scales and little tricks of the trade. The wet rag. That's how Jay does it, and a warm wet rag is what I use now. So
What do you?
another guy taught me something with a straw. And actually that was a lady with a straw. How you buzz into a straw to warm up and start getting your vocal cords to vibrate. Because that's what they do when you talk or sing,
Okay.
Wow.
right? So little things
Yeah.
like that, man. I mean, those are things that are irreplaceable. When
Yeah.
as you move on and get older in within the career of a vocalist. So, and I'm sure the guitar players and bass players pick up stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Drummers, fucking drummers.
uh, oh, talk about drummers. Aaron Holler was
Shout out to Aaron.
and shout out to Aaron. Yeah,
Who?
yeah.
Ah,
But now he's
yeah,
with
my boy, man.
he's
He's my
with
boy.
Assaulto now.
Yeah, he's with Asalto now. He did a little bit of time with me and actually produced Porque Tu, which is
Okay.
the latest release that we've had, the most recent, I should say. Um, Porque Tu and Rebecca's on that tune as well.
All right.
Um, he actually, Aaron Holler actually produced that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
hats off to
Badass.
him. He did a fantastic job. I still owe him lunch and maybe a couple of C notes for that.
Okay. And
But yeah,
I
he's a
noticed
beautiful
it
guy, man. I love him to death.
in the thumbnail we have. I saw Mario O on there too. Doesn't he
Yeah,
produce? He on. I
yeah.
think.
Mario is producing this next album.
Okay.
He's,
Cool.
he's he's working in the studio right now as we
Okay.
speak.
All right.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I think you told me he just left or something, or he.
yeah.
Okay.
Is
So
that a
that was
studio
another
you're in right
Mario.
now?
That was another Mario, not Mario Ortiz.
Oh,
Mario
okay.
Ortiz producing this next album, yes, and it's coming along really good, really good. We're getting ready to release something here real soon.
All right, cool. Uh, I think I told you I've been out of the industry for 20 years. I had a Tejano music video show back in the 90s, so I have a big gap. So I do a lot of research, and some I take notes. Nemo doesn't, but I do. Uh, but some of the research I had is that you started. I think you started when you were a teenager, right?
Yeah. Talk about
Like
the
that.
early, your early
Well,
starting.
you had a band Rio Express and then the Texas Shooters and then After Moss broke up, you went with Joe Lopez and sang with him for a while, and then you took like a 15-year hiatus. Oh, also you were in the military. You're in the Navy, weren't you?
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah,
your service.
yeah.
Thank,
Thank
thank
you.
you. I
My dad,
appreciate that. I
my
appreciate
dad
that.
did 22 years in the Navy, and
Thank you for his service.
I give my. Oh, go ahead.
When I saw your flag up, man, every time I see Old Glory, it brings chills to me. Um, because I take that very serious.
Yeah.
I'm very patriotic. I joined the Navy on 4th of July. It had to be the 4th of July.
That
Oh,
is
you
So
bet.
cool.
hopefully we'll enjoy it.
That is cool. Were you
And
born and
Yeah,
raised here in
I was born.
Texas?
I was born in Fresno, California,
Okay, California.
and I was raised in Brownsville, Texas.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
uh, yeah. And so go. I'll give you the quick story of
The Cliff
like
Notes.
the history up until the break. How about that?
okay, that works.
Okay, so uh, my mom was a single parent, um, and we grew up, very, very underprivileged.
Okay.
I don't want to say poor because poor people live in other countries. I think poor
Yeah.
people are living on the street. We never lived on the street, but we were very, very underprivileged. Okay, and I had a I have a sister and I had a brother who were both younger than me. I lost my brother 5 years ago.
Wow.
Um, and but we lost our mom at 11 years. When I was 11 years old, I was the oldest. My sister was two and a half.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
My mother had bought me a guitar that was just hanging. She bought it in Matamoros, Mexico. Just a cheapy little thing. But that was a something I had because I wanted to learn how to play. And the only thing that I could think of in honoring her at her services wasn't to speak because I was just a kid.
Hmm.
I didn't know what to say because they asked me to, but I I asked uh, I asked some ladies to teach me how to play three chord progression so I could perform playing guitar at her services, and I did that, man, and that's where the love of music began for me. We went to go live with my grandparents. They adopted us, all three of us, after they married off their fourth child. They brought in a set of three more, so
Oh, wow.
God bless them.
amazing people,
God bless
right?
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And so my grandfather bought me my first real guitar, a nylon string guitar, and it was polished, and man, it was a beautiful piece, man. And it was a Fender, and I took
Electric,
care of it. No, it was a
acoustic.
nylon, yeah,
Okay.
Acoustic.
just acoustic. And I played it till my fingers bled, man. Like the song says, "Summer of '69." Anyway, uh, got into high school, and I wanted to be a rock star, and I had a band called Fuchsia, uh, and that didn't really pan out because I'm not very good at reaching very high notes, and when you're singing heavy metal, you got to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
So
which
that was
songs?
out the window.
Like which songs?
But
Like some
well,
Robert
like
Plant.
some Vince Neil stuff, or
You know. Okay.
that's what I was into. A lot of
Yeah.
Motley
Yeah.
Crue,
Yeah.
Okay.
and so very high range vocalists. Journey. I mean, Steve Perry's an amazing
He is.
Oh,
freaking.
yeah.
He's a beast. He's not even human. I think he's the original form of AI. Uh, but you know, so something that I did not want to do was go into the Tejano because for me it was always on. It was constantly in the backyard with the pachangas and the birthday parties and the piñatas and the
Yeah.
flan, along with the fajitas and the beers and all that. But it was just in me. And when I got out of the Navy after I was Desert Storm, came back and I had my mind set on it, man. I wanted to
Now,
be a piano vocalist.
now you got in the Navy kind of a unique way. You were underage,
I
weren't you?
lied. I lied about my age.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
so you
lied
were
about my
that?
age because if I had to wait another year, I couldn't join the 4th of July.
Okay.
So that's
Wow.
what happened. Anyway, I got busted, and
So you were determined, like, since what age did you want to join the Navy or
well, my,
service?
my, my grandfather was a World War II vet.
Okay.
My dad was a military, an army vet.
Okay.
My uncle, his brother, were was an army, and they both, suffered injuries with hit and runs. You imagine that? Um, but yeah, I come from a military family.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a cousin of mine who was in the Navy, Ponchatello, out of San Jose, California. He's the one that really, really kind of instilled it in me. I saw how much fun that sailors had, man, and I was like, damn,
Desert
because
Storm
he
wasn't
traveled
fun,
the
was it?
world, man. The dude was like 20, 27 when I was hanging out with him, and I was like 15, and
Yeah.
he had already traveled the world, man, and that was something I wanted to do. And I knew the Army wasn't going to do that for me,
Right.
and the Marine Corps certainly wasn't. Maybe the Air Force, but I knew the Navy would,
Yeah.
and that's the route I went, man. By the time I got out, I've seen 28 different countries, man, and
Oh
That's
wow.
cool.
I
That's
got stuff
badass.
from everywhere. Yeah, dude, it's badass. It's really cool to say that I was able to do that.
Yeah.
I got an education through them too, through the military,
And you
and
joined.
I'm a disabled vet now, so they still take care of me.
Yeah. And you
Wow.
joined during Desert Storm, I think, right?
Right
Oh,
before
right
Desert Storm.
before it. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
because
underage out there? You're underage
I
fighting?
was I was already 18
Okay.
Okay.
when
And
I went over.
your grandfather had to sign you back
Yep,
in.
yep, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That was a pretty
Yeah.
embarrassing moment.
Yeah. I remember working with a few buddies. They're in Navy. They were in the Navy and stuff. Actually, they're my bosses, and they knew how to mop, man. Like nobody else knew how to mop. I mean,
Yeah,
they
you're stupid.
he got down. I
Uh,
said, how'd you do that? He said, the
Swab a
Navy.
deck, man.
the Navy. That's funny.
Oh man. Yeah, that's one of the requisites is that you better learn how to mop, man. Swab a damn deck.
Mama deck.
Swab a deck.
Yep,
Yeah.
damn straight.
Okay.
Yep.
So what did you do during that 15-year hiatus?
Um,
I mean,
I
when you were in the music
I've been
industry.
I've been
If
car
it's too
sales.
personal, just say no
No, no,
comment.
no, 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 no. I quit that dude's band on 4th of July,
Okay.
2003. We played at the Island with David Lee Garza, and I remember at the time David Lee was in between singers, man. But ya para ese tiempo, I didn't want to have nothing to do with it, man. The dude that I was singing backups with wasn't paying me. He caused me a repo. I
Yeah.
was driving a Jaguar. It just it was embarrassing. It was horrible, and I just didn't want. I didn't want. I was tired. I didn't want to have nothing to do with Tejano music anymore because I was getting the short end of the stick, right?
Yeah.
And doing all the work other than getting up on stage and remembering the words of his songs. Anyway, so I quit. I remember crossing the causeway and just flipping off the music business, not anybody in general. Just fuck this, man. I'm not ever going back.
Deuces.
Right.
So I went back into the car business for a little bit. Um, and then I got an opportunity to run a used car department for a big dealer in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was 2004. I went for 6 months. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand being away from Texas. I thought Oklahoma people did everything backwards or upside down.
Yeah.
And I left there 6 months later. I moved to Austin. The day I got here, after I checked into a hotel, I went to a dealer here, Covert Ford, and they gave me a job. Mike Babb, he used to play for the Browns. He was a lineman for the Browns.
Okay.
Um, his name is Mike Babb. He hired me, and I was there for 3 months. And then I answered a job for a precious metal broker house, and I became a commodities broker. And then my whole life changed after
All
that.
right.
I didn't need music. I didn't. I started another family, a new family. I got married again after, of course, I was divorced. Um, and I started a new family and you know just got into business and now I work for myself and
Yeah. I think.
I left the precious metals in 2017 the company. I waited a couple of years so that my agreement of termination. So I'd stay away from the business for a little while. So I waited for that to end, and then I started my own little firm, and that's what I do now. Other than try to produce good music, good
So
Right.
is
piano
that
music.
selling diamonds? Is that what you do? Sell diamonds?
No, it's precious metals,
Like gold,
silver,
silver.
gold,
Yeah.
platinum,
Okay.
real,
Okay.
real.
Okay.
Well, didn't you own some like telephone companies too? I think.
Yeah, I've always been an entrepreneur, man, and yeah, after um, I had 5 stores. It was a company that I named Let's Talk Wireless,
Okay.
um, and there was cell phones. It's been if you guys remember, walking in the mall, people were passing out little flyers. Hey,
Yeah.
free cell phone with the activation, and people were going crazy for free cell phones, man. Well, for every cell phone I gave away, I was making $175, man. And
That's
shoot,
pretty good.
man, I remember my first month's commission was like 130 grand. I was like, God dang, man.
First month's commission.
So
Wow. One
yeah,
month.
in 1 month. Yeah, because I mean, all I had to do was buy these cheap phones from China, and that's how this whole cell phone thing got started. Man, you get a cheap free phone, and then they just
Right.
pound you on the minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
everybody's going after 1,500 minutes. Well, damn,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
got
was.
I got the 1,500. We're already over 1,500 minutes right now.
Yeah.
I know. I remember getting a $300 bill one month. I go, what?
You
Wow,
remember?
yeah, that's
You
Yeah.
remember
crazy.
Prime Code? The first minute was free, so you'd call and you say, "Hey, what's up?" Blah, 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 and then hang up, and then call again, or
Yeah,
after 9 p.m. Yeah,
you
that was
call
cool.
me incoming calls are free. Ah, man,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know how we managed all that,
Yeah.
man. But I
Yeah.
know the telephone companies got screwed because they didn't all collect. I mean, not every. I know a lot of people, including myself, did pay some of them bills.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, because
I
they
was
went up.
there.
Yeah, they got crazy
Yeah.
high. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
there too. Yeah. I remember
Anyway,
back in the
those were the
day.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, they cut me off, and I had to live with that pager and go to try. This is back in the '90s. I remember this. That's when I had my show, and I'd travel back and forth from Dallas to Fort Worth, and I couldn't have a phone, so I found that Kinko's had a clean bathroom and a phone that I could use, and I knew all the Kinkos from DFW like that, and I traveled back and forth
Mm,
until I could
Dang.
afford one again.
that's cool. I had a
Yeah.
buddy
Matter of
that.
fact, I don't know if you guys know AC Cruz or not, but
Mm.
AC Cruz was my spokesman and the face of Let's Talk Wireless.
I think I remember that.
Him and I have been friends for a long time.
I
We're
were you in San Antonio?
huh?
Was it San
No,
Antonio? This you were?
no, we were in the valley.
All in the valley. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, this is when I was in the valley.
Yeah. Some of
And so
the
was he. He was running KIWW, and then he moved to Que Pasa, 99.5.
okay.
Those were the
Yes.
stations back then, powerful stations.
Yeah, I remember I was doing the research. I heard, I didn't see it, but because his is a podcast.
Oh,
Uh, I,
yes.
I saw well, I heard your interview with AC Cruz and Rebecca Valdez, and then
Yeah.
I think it was hard to find AC Cruz's website because it's disconnected. So I was going, oh my God, all his interviews are gone. And then I went to Spotify, and then I
Yeah.
saw that I don't know about Apple or anything, but Spotify has a list of all, I think most of them. And
Yeah. I think it's on Spotify and um, iHeartRadio, too.
okay.
iHeartRadio was the first one to pick them up. So,
Oh, was it? Okay.
yeah.
So listening to your interview yesterday, you had 11 albums. How many? You actually had albums early on in the career in your career?
No.
No, they were just
No, no,
singles.
no, no. Never. No. I never had an album prior to The Repente.
Okay, now right? The
Right. I've had other songs
Right.
that I've produced but back in the day, right? But
Right.
they've never been released.
Okay.
That's in a private library that
Okay.
we have
Yeah, I think
for
I
years.
heard something about that also. Like
And
that.
you had Brando with you was part of your band, or you were part of his band? How'd that work out?
N- No, Brando was part of my band. He produced my first 3 albums.
Okay. See,
Okay.
that's the one I was
Brando
talking
produced
about.
Yeah,
So,
Brando produced my first 3 albums. Yeah, I've known Brando since I was a kid, since I was 17. He was with Moss
for the longest
since
time.
he was 17.
Yeah.
You know, but we've been friends for a very long time, and he I asked him to do all the first three, and now we're doing something a little different
Mm.
now. So Mario is now become my full time producer.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
yeah, and so like I said, he's in the studio right now working on stuff.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we
You've
had a little
been
bit of a setback, so we're rushing now.
okay. Now you've been with Frey Records for like 3, 4 years.
Going on 4 years in March 20th, I think, March
Yeah.
10th,
I think
2020.
you signed with them March 2020. I think.
2020, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'll be there forever. I'll be there for the rest of my
Okay. Well, I was going to ask you, how's that relationship going?
life, man. I'm not. Freddie is like a brother to me. Uh, we're pretty close. I know I can call him if I'm down. I know he knows that I can call him when he's down, and he's just a really really cool individual. Freddie Jr.'s parents are super beautiful people, um, and, and his dad is a legend, but
Yeah.
they're very down to earth. Um, they welcomed me with open arms. I was scared about Freddie Records, but before I came into the business, I should say this because I wrote a 5 year plan, a 5 year business plan for this business, right? Because this was to me, it was yes, okay, we're going to create music. It's going to be beautiful, and there's a certain lifestyle that goes with that. I get it, but it's also a business,
Right.
and there has to be budgets,
Hmm.
marketing budgets. You've got to have your equipment budget, what your chart. You got to have your shit straight. I
Right.
think, or else you're just going to end up with another repo, Stevie D.
Mhm.
And this time it's not going to be somebody else that caused it. It's going to be you,
Right.
Yeah.
right? So I don't want to go through that, man. And I don't raise my kids to live like that either. And so I wrote this 5 year business plan, and in the fifth year, I had made a decision that I wanted to be signed with Freddie Records. That was my goal.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I
wow.
did it in three.
Oh,
Awesome.
very
I did
nice.
it in 3 years. Now going into my fifth year, finishing it off now, and I've done everything on it, and except for one thing. And obviously, it'll go on my next plan that I'm writing now. But it's recording with an international artist that another individual, another gentleman that I want to sing with. I won't mention who yet, but because it's not anybody else's goal. It's just mine, right?
Right.
Bad
So,
Bunny.
but yeah, man. But Freddie Records, they welcomed me with open arms, and I was scared about joining because I'd heard all these horror stories
About
from
record
other
labels,
artists.
period.
Oh, be
About
Yeah.
careful
Freddie?
with this guy.
About Freddie
Yeah,
Records?
about Freddie Records in general, and I was like, I can only say that everything they said they were going to do on paper and off paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the dotted line and off the dotted line, way more than I ever expected. 1,000 times more than I ever expected. And I'm, God's hearing me.
All right.
Sweet. Good for
So
you.
yeah.
Well,
Badass.
Frey Records got a big catalog of artists,
Yeah,
and
he's a main character. He's a main.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
and they just got Gary Hobbs too, just
Oh yeah.
recently, right?
They have a
Yeah.
great stable. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Gary's already did one album with him, and he's on his second one now. I think
Okay.
there at the studio. And he just released, or is about to get released, a duet with Mr. Freddie Martinez Sr.
I think I saw it already. I
Oh
think I
my
saw a
God, dude, this
video.
song's bad to the bone.
Yeah, it was
Man,
pretty
it was
good.
an instant classic for me.
Now,
Instant classic is bad, man. That's a badass song.
okay, man, I forgot the question I was going to ask.
So,
I'm sorry,
so
man.
Freddie Records reached out to you, Orlando. Maybe you should get him on the show.
Who?
I actually reached out
Oh,
to
Freddie.
Freddie. I wasn't gonna wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I initiated it.
All
Oh,
right.
He
Awesome.
made me wait, but I still got him. I got the goal done in 3 years, not five.
and COVID didn't interrupt your goal at all. I mean, I think that's whenever you were
I
you're starting
I
out, right?
signed
COVID.
March 10th, and then COVID came in and
Yeah.
just
March
like just took
2020. Wow.
over, dude.
Yeah.
Something always happens when I have a big announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for real. When I have an
Yeah.
announcement, something bad happens. It clouds over my. my
announcement.
release or whatever, dude. Like
But it
like,
happened. It happened though.
it
So it was
did, man,
good.
in a big way, and it just parked everything. But we were able to focus on Estamos Unidos, my most recent album, and I think every song on there is a hit.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that because it's mine. I'm saying that because we worked really hard. Everybody involved in that album worked really hard, and if you give the album a chance, I think that you're gonna like every song. I really think it's unique. It's real and it's powerful stuff.
Okay. I think we lost Nemo, but hopefully he'll come back there. But you know what?
Yeah.
One of the things I noticed about Freddie Records, I saw. Oh, welcome back, Nemo. Uh, I saw a video of David Farias and uh, God, what is it? Lucky Joe. They were playing in
Yeah.
a backyard, and you were taking the video footage of that. And uh,
Oh
and
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah, and I think it
yeah.
Was
some
it
That
lady
was
was yeah,
Jim Luna's birthday party in
okay.
Houston, in Angleton. Yeah.
All right, and then I think some lady said, "Hey, Stevie, they're trying to get you to sing," and then it clipped away, and then I was going, "Dang,
Yeah, we
Stevie
all
D's
three of
all
us
this."
sang.
Yeah, so
oh,
I
so it's just a
you
home
should
video?
have handed your phone to somebody else to help record you on
I
the.
don't know what happened, but yeah, they called me to, or David, somebody called me to come up there, and they were trying to figure out what the heck we were going to sing, and then what key, and Lucky knew it, and then maybe David didn't know it, or they both knew it and I didn't. So we were
Yeah,
just, and then we sang something. I think it was like we sang like some Garth Brooks or something with accordion.
okay.
Okay.
I don't know, but it was something like that. But it was a lot of fun. That was our buddy Jim Luna. He's a big shout out and a plug for his promotional company out there, Quarter Moon Productions out of
Water
Angleton.
Moon, that's what it was. It's not Luna Records. It was Luna Quarter Moon. Yeah.
So does that kind of thing happen with a lot of Freddie artists? You all get together and someone's backyard and you just jam
You
with
know,
each other.
that's a good question. You know, that I think that's the first time that anything like that has happened with three Freddie artists.
Yeah, I was going
Now,
to say.
I've done it with Stephanie Montiel. I've done it with just different artists that we kind of hang out and
Yeah.
we just have a guitar, and it just happens to be that we're invited to the same party,
Is there a
Yeah.
particular
and
city that you have like good close friends that they invite you over to their house whenever you're in town maybe, and y'all they
well,
cook out
yeah,
for you?
like in Corpus when I'm recording there in Corpus, that happens quite a bit. Other musicians will come to the Freddie Hotel
Yeah, yeah.
and the Freddie Records Hotel, and we'll just hang out there and kind of party and write music and just
Yeah.
if
That's
once we're off or I'm out of the studio, that's happened. But
I would love
I'm
to be a
thinking more of like when
fly
we're
with
it's
the
just
camera.
we get invited by somebody that we all know because we work
Right.
together. That's
Right.
happened, a handful of times, and it's always really special. Yeah, it's a special moment, especially for the people that weren't expecting it.
I would love to be a fly on that wall with when
It
all
is
you guys are
cool.
together and stuff like that. With the camera, of course. I want to record it all.
Yeah, and hey, let me also say that Oscar Nino was there too. He's the singer for Aviso. He was
Okay.
also there too. So let's not leave him out. He's not with Freddie Records, but he's a heck of a vocalist, man.
that's
Yeah.
a
So
cool
shout
band
out to
too.
Oscar.
I didn't
Yeah,
see him on the footage.
powerhouse.
Yeah,
I got, but
Those
that
guys are
was cool.
bad, man.
Yeah. I
they're
mean,
not
I
they're not as big over here, but in Houston they're powerful in
Oh yeah,
Houston.
yeah.
yeah.
They're the shit.
Yeah. Now, I was gonna say, like I said, I was gone for 20 years, and then so I didn't hear about you and like Signal, and I didn't hear when I first heard about Lucky Joe. I said, "What kind of name is Lucky Joe?" So it was like that. But
But but you did know about los frijoles románticos.
Yeah,
You had to have
probably,
known that.
but
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Lucky
w-
Joe was the accordion player and singer for los frijoles románticos.
That was back in the
okay.
day.
That's true, and Chente, I didn't hear about Chente, but yeah, later on I found out. Oh, he was with this band and this band and this
He was
band.
with Jay Pettis. He was Jay Pettis' drummer.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know. I didn't realize back then because like back in the '90s, if you didn't have a music video, I was clueless about you
Yeah, I got you.
like that. So I was a VJ. That's all I did. But
Yeah.
now I forgot my question. What was I gonna ask
That's
about?
twice already, bro.
I'm getting
He
too
was
old.
drinking.
You know what they
I'm getting
say?
too old.
I hope you're
You
not
know what?
drinking.
You know what they say? Memory's the second thing to go out.
What's the
What's the
first?
first?
Epa!
I got you.
Sprite.
All right.
Sprite.
Yeah.
Just for
Yeah.
the record.
Hey. Yeah. I was. I think I forgot to tell you. I was getting. I was telling you that we have a drinking game. We don't drink on the show, but our fans like to drink, of course. So
That,
Okay.
any anytime I name drop, it's a drink. Anytime I mention Vegas, they
so
drink.
what'd you just pour into it?
Oh,
What'd you just pour into it?
But he has a
I didn't
Sprite.
pour anything into it. I
Oh,
Sprite.
lifted a mic, fool.
oh okay, okay. Sounded like something was pouring into that Sprite. I said, "What's
I
going
don't know.
on there?"
Yeah.
So you a
No,
big
it
Cowboy
is.
fan?
Oh yeah, I'm a big Cowboy fan, man. I knew
Wasn't
you were
a
gonna bring that up.
wasn't a wasn't a good day
Yeah,
today, huh?
It was.
wasn't a good day the other day.
It wasn't good for the
Any given
Aggies.
Sunday though.
Pardon me? I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Uh, well, I was going to say it wasn't a good weekend for the Aggies, the Longhorn, or the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it sucked for
So
all of
are you
us.
still a Dak fan, or are you still
Dak.
Zach? What's his name?
No, I'm not a Dak fan. Let's be very clear.
Oh,
Um,
you're
I was a Dak supporter, but like a lot of non Cowboy fans, Stephen A. Smith, Dak's not the guy. Trey Lance might be the guy.
yeah,
But they should
yeah,
have sat his ass down and
yeah.
give the kid a shot
I
and
agree.
go best friend against best friend
Oh
and
yeah.
at least give him the fourth quarter. Why the hell are they putting Cooper Rush in there? He ain't going to save the day,
I
you know?
as an Eagle fan, I hope they don't get rid of him. That's
They don't get rid of who? Dak?
Dak. Yeah,
Well, we need somebody like old number one, like Hurst
yeah,
over here to lead a team. Dak's not the guy.
yeah.
I'm,
They
I'm a
almost
huge Cowboy fan, and Jerry Jones. If you're listening, if you ever get to see this, man, stop loving on that guy so much, man. He's not the guy.
Wow.
But
Something
Jerry
He
Jones
is
loves
not
him.
the guy.
Yeah, I think your earbuds
Anyway,
went out.
next topic before I get too
Uh oh.
emotional here.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think your earbuds went out. I think
Damn
you're
Yeah.
talking off your
Cowboys.
phone now.
Yeah. I think your audio went.
Can you
Is
hear us? Can you still hear
We
us?
lose sound?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, yeah. I think if you're on your phone.
Oh, did you turn on your? Yeah, we could hear your phone now. I think. Yeah, I
Okay,
could hear it.
no, I don't know
Okay.
why. Alexa, turn off.
Okay. Check. Check. Because when you were talking, something happened to your
Yeah,
audio.
he
Is
uh,
it earbuds? Can you hear us? Check. 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 Can you hear us?
I
We're
bet
good.
you it was Dak.
Uh oh. We lost DVD. Okay.
Maybe I
What?
shouldn't brought up the Cowboys.
Maybe this is bad luck. Okay. You know what? Well, hopefully he could refresh. Hopefully he hears us and he can refresh his. I forgot to tell him is if anything happens to refresh. But you know what? If while he's gone, let's go over the chat. Okay. Hey, you're
Okay.
back. Can
Did you
you hear us
refresh?
now? Can you hear us? Check 1 2 1 2. Can you? Maybe you could plug us in. Are you good? Can you hear us? Okay, I could hear him.
Well, let's
Okay,
chat. What's up, Luis?
that's it. Okay, we're gonna go to the chat while you're on. Okay, hey Luis. Mart already said Yahoo. Luis said, "What's up, Stevie D?" And it said TDK says, "Salute, Ricky Devo." Finally, we have Cubo Stevie D. Great performance at the Tequila Stevie D. Had a dance floor packed. All right, all right. Uh, let's see. Oh, there's a new guy. What?
Boy, girl.
All right, can you
A
hear
new
me?
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Check check 1 2 1 2.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear us? Okay. We are going through the chat right now. So I don't know what to tell you. You got like a headset? Maybe you could plug it in like that. Or yeah, I guess we could have the
Yeah.
earbuds sometimes
They don't take
they
long to charge up.
yeah. Oh they don't? I don't
No.
own any earbuds, so I don't know. Do they charge up a bit? Stevie?
You on?
Can you hear it? No?
I'm not hearing you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
Okay.
back on.
Well, I could hear him, but he can't hear
You're back
us.
on. Can you hear us? No. Check.
Yeah,
Check.
check check. 1 2 1 2. Nope. Okay, yeah, that's probably a good idea to redo that. Okay. All right. Well,
Alfredo.
welcome to Tejano Talk. Alfredo, hey, how's it going? And it's a oh wow, Stevie D's Alfredo's wife's favorite singer. Cool. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
I'm back.
Can you hear us now? Check check.
Yeah, my Alexa turned on,
Okay, that
took
was it.
over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going through
Uh,
the we're going through the chat since Nemo usually has to go to bed at 8 o'clock, so
Yeah,
that's why we're normally at an hour show.
yeah.
So
hey, shout out to Joan.
all right.
I saw
Now
Joan there. She's a friend of mine.
That is that Daxi?
is that
Daxi
Daxi?
too?
Yeah, Daxi. Yeah, Daxi.
Okay.
Yeah, there she
Yeah.
is.
Okay,
Yeah.
there she is. Alfredo, he's a big supporter of Tejano Talk, and he said you're his wife's favorite singer, like that.
Hey, Mr. Rios, Mr. Alfredo Rios, right? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate that. You tell her I said hello. Thank you.
Uh,
I appreciate it.
he's got a group called Grupo Fijo, and there's some history about him that he invited me to go see his band at Fanfare, and I forgot
Okay.
all about it. So I've been catching crap
You got
from
all
it.
about fanfare?
No,
He
I
forgot
forgot
about his show.
show
About his show. He was
Grupo
he was
Fijo.
there, and he went to go see somebody else,
Yeah.
even though they had a
Alfredo,
chair
you
waiting
still
for
supporting
him.
this guy at the show?
But
I would have dumped that dude, man.
Yeah,
But hey, you're cool. You must be a fan too, so you're lucky.
yes,
He
yeah,
likes you, buddy.
yeah.
I we made it up to him. We had him
Okay,
and
well that's good.
his granddaughter. Allie's. I don't know if you're familiar with Allie. She worked with Shelly. She has was it I'm a Child. Shelly produced that for her,
It's just yeah.
and that's his grand
Well,
Allie.
the little girl that Rebecca Valadez wrote that
I,
song, right?
yeah, yes, yes,
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I know who she is. I met her at Shelley's going away party. I was going to do a song. I was one of the artists who was supposed to perform, and some
Okay.
stuff came up, and I couldn't make it. I was under a lot of pressure. Anyway,
Okay. Well,
um,
Alfredo's her grandfather, and so we had them both on the
okay,
show.
all right. I met your granddaughter, and I don't know if they were there when I was walking to the venues when I met that young lady. Yeah, great
She's real
voice,
sweet. Yeah.
very
Yes.
special little girl.
Well, his wife loves you. Uh,
Oh well, thank you, Mr. Rios. You give her a big saludo for me, okay? Thank you so much.
Uh oh, it says TDK says Stevie D is a lot of wives' favorite singer.
This,
What's up,
do you
TDK?
Yeah,
He's
TDK. Yeah,
crazy, bro.
yeah. It must be that kind the Rat Pat vibe that you
Rat
give.
Pack.
Rat
Yeah,
Pat.
man.
Man, I my
If I was to choose when I could live, that's the era that
yeah.
I would want to sing in and live in. I won my very first karaoke contest with a singing "My Way" by Frank
Okay.
Sinatra. It was
Yeah.
okay?
Frank Sinatra style. I won my second one, and this is like this is way back. I was still a kid, uh, um, kid in the Navy actually. And then the second one I won with "That's Life" Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're actually bringing some really cool stuff to the live show that I think is going to bring back a lot of memories to a lot of people.
Cool.
The first time I've seen you was for Frank T's benefit at New West. It was about a year ago, a little over a year and a half ago, and I think
Yeah, Adele.
that's when we first met, and that was the first time I've ever seen you perform. I mean, I've seen your videos, and that's where I became a fan because I said, "Wow, this guy's a class act." Like I said, you give off that vibe, and you're well dressed, and I said, I like this avenue that Tejano's going towards and stuff like that. And uh, I only have one critique.
Uh oh. Here we
All
go.
right.
There's always
When I
something.
when I was recording you, you were swinging your hips on my face, and I was going like I was like one of the fans. And I go, oh no, oh no, no, no.
He was Elvis
That
Presley.
wasn't my hit, bro.
Ándale.
So I had to back away. I had to back away like that. That's the only critique I
Shaking his
have.
pelvis
Yeah.
on live TV. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
That's the
I
only
was
thing I said.
giving
Okay.
you, I was giving you the Elvis pelvis.
Yes, exactly. I said, okay, uh, I don't need to
Sorry,
see
bro.
this much of it. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, So yeah, Frank T's. I
Very
was
few men have gotten that show, by the way. So,
yeah, but one thing that
no, but yeah, the
surprised,
Frank T benefit. That was a great. That was a great.
yeah,
Man, I loved being there. I loved being the featured artist. Frank T has been a very special person
yeah.
in my life and in my career. He's been a very good friend, and
So
that was something that we just had to do.
oh yeah, and he's feeling better because I saw him for his birthday bash like a few
Yeah,
months ago,
I
and
heard about it.
yeah, and when's it? Do you gig a lot in the DFW area? Do you have a lot
You
of?
know,
You
this
did for a
past
while,
year.
right?
Oh
You
yeah,
had a
yeah. This past year, I chose to not do clubs.
Oh, okay,
Only the clubs that I had already agreed to do business with.
okay.
okay,
Those were the ones I was going to be be 100% on. I already made an arrangement. I'm going to do it.
right,
But we chose to go the corporate route and private events only for the year of 2023, and it kind of worked out.
yeah. You know,
I don't. If look, if this is a business, right,
right,
and
5 year
I'm here to
plan.
make money,
Absolutely.
so are the club owners and the promoters. And if they're going to keep you with the same pay that they had you prior COVID
right.
or prior to COVID coming in, and without setting any offense, but if they're going to keep me at the same pay with the rate of inflation the way it is and
Right.
how it is now under this administration, then I have no.
You have to change the plan.
Well, yeah, my business plan has to change, man, because I don't only support me with this or the business with this. I have band members that I have to. We got to make sure they're taken
Yeah,
care of. Not
yeah,
only that,
yeah.
but I'm responsible. I take the responsibility on that their families eat. You
Right.
know, I want to
Because
be a
you've been
good
there,
boss. I
right?
want to be a
Because you've
great
been there.
boss, not a good boss. So
Right.
I need to make sure that my guys are working, and when we work, that they get paid.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not taking them to Dallas. I'm not taking them to Houston. I'm not going to take them to the Valley for a $2,500 gig or
And maybe break
$3,000
even.
gig
And
or
maybe break even. Yeah.
I'm not going to break even. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in business, just like the
Right.
club owner is, and they know that.
Right.
So I just said, and I don't know. I don't know if we're going to keep it this way. We were pretty damn successful this past year.
Yeah.
We didn't work as much. We just worked a little smarter. That's all.
Yeah. I was telling Rebecca when she was on the show, I said, we talked for about an hour after the show, and Nima had to go to bed, so I kept on talking to her,
You don't say. I don't believe that, Rebecca. No,
Oh
and
yeah.
I told her, I
she's
said,
tough, man.
I could totally envision her doing a lot of corporate gigs and probably doing something like that and develop a show and then sell it to corporates for their banquets or the
That's exactly what
presentations.
we're doing.
Yeah, and when you said that, I was going ding, ding, ding in my head. That's what I was telling Rebecca about. So I guess she's already doing that with you.
So
So
and again, it's not only the club owners or the
right,
club managers and promoters. It's not really if the people don't come out and pay to see the show,
right,
then we're just not going to. I mean, I think people will follow what I'm doing and just do private and corporate gigs because
yeah,
look, the people aren't coming out anyway, and the people that want to hire us, they want to pay what we feel what the market is calling for,
right,
and I really don't care if they put me on Facebook, but at a club, if somebody's like that with you, are you watching, comadre? The audacity to, are you see? I got right here, comadre. You see? Tell you
yeah,
you didn't have to come. I mean, that's wrong.
right.
I told you you didn't have to come. I heard that from the stage once. I was like, damn, that hurt
Oh
Oh
wow.
man,
because you just cost
yeah,
our business
What
money. Not only our business, but
was it
the
like
club business.
was it a slow night or something and she was exposing or
It
what?
doesn't matter if it's slow.
yeah,
Yeah.
So you paid money, Nemo. You paid $20 to come see me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, your compadres, both your compadres let you down. They said, "Nah, we're just gonna stay here, watch the game. We're gonna play some pool here at my house." You already paid the $20,
right,
and then they call you and say, "Hey, get on Facebook. Let me see what it's like."
Oh,
So
okay.
they used you.
yeah,
Okay.
They
Yeah.
used you stealing from me, stealing from the club.
Okay, I see what you're
That's not
saying.
fair, man.
I see what you're saying.
You know what? I understand that because when I go out there with my camera, I'm only taking like 30 seconds of two or three songs, and
That's
that's all.
cool.
Right.
But
But I
to
see
stand there
people
and do
a
the
whole
whole show,
concert,
man,
a whole
The whole
concert
that's
yeah,
they're
the whole
doing like
show is
that.
wrong. The whole show is
Yeah.
wrong.
but people don't
Absolutely.
understand that. They don't
Yeah.
know why it's not cool,
Right.
right? And it's upsetting. I don't get upset with people. I gotta let them do it. I mean, I
Right.
can't say you can't do
Right.
it, but that's it's just that's not cool. It's just not right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
makes
like
sense.
theft.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, the whole
intellectual property theft. Is what it
Right.
is.
Yeah. And besides, I'm old. I can't hold my camera up for
Yeah, yeah,
for
man.
like a half hour like that.
Yeah, you don't know what adrenaline does, man. I don't know what else they're on out there. They do shit all night.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's getting close to Nemo's bedtime, and lately
Ah, Nemo.
I've been going to sleep too early and stuff like that. But I just want to thank you for being on the show,
Yeah,
giving us
thank you
Man,
so much.
a
Appreciate
full
you.
hour, and we would love to have you back.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially
hey,
since you thought it was only gonna be 15 minutes.
yeah, that's what I
I,
thought.
Like,
I swear, I got you 15 minutes, man. No problem. But see, I'm a talker too, and I'd love to come back to your show. I want to. First of all, thank you, and thank you, audience, for joining us today. Thank you for having me on the show, buddy Nemo. You guys are a class act, man. Thank you
Well, thank
for
you.
flying that flag, Nemo, and buddy. Thanks for sharing your stories with me as well. To the fans, hey, listen, if we're not at a club, it's not because we don't want to go to the club, and please don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah,
It's just because it's a business. It's just about business. We are going to some clubs.
right,
We're not gonna desert it altogether. We have to do that for our fans, and
right.
we're going to. But we're not gonna. I'm not gonna play 5 times in San Antonio and then get asked to go do fanfare for free. No,
Yeah,
that's I'm not gonna, I'll visit San Antonio maybe 3 times in a year at a club, or maybe 3 times, right? But we're busy with our corporate events, and it's been very successful for us. And who knows, maybe we won't do the corporate and private events this year heavily, but it just happens, when you get booked for those kind of gigs, another one comes up, and maybe two or three of them, and they sign on the dotted line, and
yeah,
so that's what happens with clubs. The clubs overwhelm you with work sometimes, and the private gigs that you could have made a little healthier paycheck on,
right,
because it's the way it should be, and we're traveling further,
right.
yeah.
then we lose out on those gigs because I made a commitment to another one. So I have to figure out a way of balancing that, and I'm hoping that this year is a blessing for not only our band, for you guys, and for every other band out there traveling on the roads, and for Tejano music and any other genre
Okay.
in the world of music. God
All
bless you
right.
guys. Thank you so
Well,
much
Thank
for
thank
you.
you.
having
God
me.
bless you
And
too.
if anybody wants to get a hold of you or book you, they can go through
Yeah,
Facebook.
you can reach me on Messenger on Facebook,
Yeah.
or on X, or on, which formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, 512-300-6677. If you want to type that out there,
Okay.
five
Was
one
that
two three
was
hundred.
that on our thumbnail that we had
It might
somewhere?
be on the thumbnail. I
Okay.
think it was.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
that's why you put that poor pixelated thumbnails because it has your information.
I wish I had better.
Ah,
I wish I had better
next time,
graphics.
make Nemo do it.
I
I know.
think it's
You
gonna.
better. In fact, I think I got Nemo to agree start doing it since he does print a lot, so
Yeah.
that works. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you
All
for
right,
being
guys.
on the
Well,
All
show.
I
right.
appreciate you
Okay.
guys,
You
man.
Appreciate
had
you,
a
You guys
great
boss.
have a
time.
blessed evening.
All right.
Totally. Talk to you later.
Okay. Hey, Nemo. I really enjoyed that interview, and I've been
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, he was new to me a couple years ago, and then I've been following and researching him, and I really like his music, and I'm looking forward to hearing more music. And I like that he features Rebecca Valadez on and says she's a feature on there.
Yeah.
So, okay, next week we've got Grupo Salto with Jordan Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's making up his the time that his AC went out. So we're gonna have him next week, and I'm your host
Well,
Oraldo
wait,
for
wait, 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 wait.
what
Did we
what
even finish the chat? I mean, real
oh the
quick.
chat oh
Uh,
did
did we get
was
everybody? I think so.
I think we got
TDK.
everybody.
I uh, I
TD,
chatted with TDK this past week and realized that we've been friends for a while and he's been all over the place and yeah,
oh, so you know
yeah,
him?
I kind of know him, we from the back in the days and stuff. Yeah, he's been he knows Fort Worth real well. All the double R's, all the R&Rs, and all the
Okay.
old school. Probably we can do it. All those he's been around for a while. So yeah, chatted with
Okay.
them, got to know him and stuff. So it's cool. It was a
You know,
good
oh,
talk.
the last one is Dr. Joe. It's a good show. Got here a little bit late. Okay. Hey, bro. Nice to see you.
Okay,
Better late than never. Oh, you know what? Mart got a hold of me, and he actually met a medico this weekend.
sweet.
Yeah, and I think it was. Is it that girl band, La Phoenix?
Phoenix,
La
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah. Did they perform in Fort Worth?
They're the Michelada Fest.
Okay, Michelada. I've never been. Did you go to that
I didn't
Michelada
go.
Fest? Okay. Well, he was out there and he got to meet all of them, and so I think that bumper T-shirt and the bumper hat kind of helped him get everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Maybe I don't know
he was
because
the
every
official
picture I
guy.
saw, he had a bumper like that.
Sweet. All right. He said he
Okay.
likes to represent.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. I'm your
All
host,
right.
Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time,
And I'm Nemo with Tejano USA.
and you've been listening and watching Tejano Time. All right. I'll see you next week. Okay.